and welcome back to my channel Wisdom Minds, a channel where we talk about knowledge enhancing topics, financial wisdom and financial prudence. So this is the second part of the video, how to develop good financial habits and to get rid of your loans. If you haven't watched the first video, I would request you to watch the video at the link given above. Also, just a word about the channel. If you find the videos informative and helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So, in the previous video, we had discussed about how you should adopt a stepwise approach to savings, which will not only help to increase your wealth over a period of time, but also help to reduce your loans gradually. Now, today we will move on to the second aspect in this scenario. Now, the second aspect is, as we discussed last time, are savings enough to make sure that you are reducing your loans and also gradually building a investment fund for yourself, wealth for yourself? Well, no, it's not enough. You also need to ensure that you have a discipline in your savings, which simply means that you need to make savings a way of life. You have to incorporate it into your lifestyle, and only then your savings are going to yield high returns for you. That means, in short, you need to have financial discipline in your life. Now, you all must have seen this particular calculator on the internet. Today we are going to see what is the importance of this particular calculator in savings. Let us see it for one more time.
So in our previous video, we had taken an illustration where we decided that our monthly savings are going to be 20,000 per month. So an investment of 20,000 per month done for 30 years at an average rate of 7% return gives us approximately 2 crores 33 lakhs.
The important question is how you can achieve financial discipline. Well, as you know that we live in a digitized world today, and by leveraging technology, we can make our lives easier to a very large extent. Now, I will give you a very small example which will explain you the importance of technology in helping us make financial discipline a lifestyle. A very simple option here is of auto sweep option. Now, we all know about this option, but how many of us utilize this effectively? Now, what you can do is right at the beginning of the month or whatever period you are receiving the income, you can make sure that you have an option with the bank wherever you have a savings account, that your savings amount, whatever amount you have designated as your savings, gets auto swept to a separate account. And only from that particular account you are going to utilize your savings for investment. Now, what happens is, this is a simple trick to just manipulate your mind. Now, when your main account will not have that amount of savings, you will automatically reduce the urge to spend that. If you will keep seeing that amount in your account, you would obviously go and spend it, and at the end of the month, you would not have enough savings for yourself. So this is a very good option to trick your brain into the philosophy of out of sight, out of mind. Now, you also have to make sure that when you have transferred your savings into a separate account, you invest that wisely. In the coming videos, we will see how you can utilize your savings amount for making some wise investment decisions. Another important point that you must keep in mind is, wherever you invest your money, keep an eye on that investment. Keep a watch on that investment. Now, I don't suggest that watching your investment every day, especially if you have invested in equities, but definitely at regular intervals, you should keep an eye on your money as well. Now, let us move on to the final and the most important part of this series. In the initial part of this video, I discussed with you a stepwise approach to savings, where we discussed about how you should allocate out of your total income a certain percentage for your emergency funds, for repayment of your loans, for savings, and whatever is the leftover should be utilized for your expenses. Now, after the first video, I received a lot of questions from all of you that how we can reduce our expenses. What is the key to controlling or budgeting your expenses? Well, definitely there are many technical ways of doing this aspect, controlling your expenses, reducing or budgeting your expenses. But today I will tell you a lifestyle change which will help you not just control your expenses but feel satisfied even with those controlled expenses. Now, you must have heard about this concept of minimalism. The internet is flooded with so much stuff about minimalism that I would request you to go and research about minimalism and how to adopt that into your lifestyle. Here, I will briefly discuss with you my definition of minimalism and how I incorporate that into my lifestyle.
Very briefly, minimalism is the art of intentionally living with only the things that you really need and removing the distraction of excess possessions so that you can focus on things that matter the most.
If you are still not convinced, I'm going to give you an example of my favorite, Warren Buffett.
Do you know that Warren Buffett has a net worth of around $74 billion? And did you know that he lives in a house that he bought in the year 1958 for just $31,000 and he has lived there ever since? Though he can own a fleet of best cars in the world, he prefers to own just a modest car. And that is why he is called a frugal billionaire. No wonder he's one of the richest person in the world. If he can, why can't you? He once said, if you buy things that you don't need, you will have to sell things that you need.
And finally, we summarize all our learnings from these two videos on how to develop good financial habits. The first one is, remember, savings is not the leftover income after spending. In fact, you must ensure that you carve out a specific percentage as your savings from your income right at the time when you receive that income. And the remaining amount of income should be used for your expenses. Second important point, in order to reduce and control your expenses, you should adopt minimalism as a way of life. The third point, make a list of all your debts and liabilities and start paying them off as soon as possible, even if it means squeezing your expenses a bit. And last but not the least, follow financial discipline. It is the key to ensure that you are effectively utilizing the power of savings and compounding those savings. If you found this video to be helpful and informative, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And also, don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thanks for watching.